Okay. I hope you guys can hear me. This is, again, more unfortunate news. This is my second live stream of the day actually having to report this. So this is very serious stuff, guys. If you are watching this, this is a posted live stream. So whenever anything like this happens, I will be immediately going live. This was posted literally minutes ago. The mainstream outlets have not even posted this yet. So make sure to like this, get it out so people know it's happening. This is from Central Command. Central Command is in charge of the Middle Eastern area of the United States. As of 4 p.m. Eastern, March 2nd, 6 U.S. service members have been killed in action. U.S. forces recently recovered the remains of 2 previously unaccounted for service members from a facility that was struck during Iran's initial attacks in the region. Major combat operations continue. The identities of the fallen are being withheld until 24 hours after the next akin notification. We still don't have all of the details from the initial attack. So the way that this is being reported is that when we heard about the first KIAs killed in action, this looks like to be the same attack based off the wording. Because of this, U.S. forces recently recovered the remains of 2 previously unaccounted for service members from a facility. We don't know what the facility is. We don't know where. They're not telling us anything. Obviously, this is an active situation. So 6. So somebody said, so is that 5? We are up to 6 right now, and you guys have probably seen the interviews from the president and from others that it is likely there will be more deaths because this is a very serious and dangerous conflict as of right now. Yeah, so let me know how you guys feel about this. If I had any more updates, I would give it to you guys, but this is all we have. And now the media is just starting to report on this. Central Command 37 minutes ago, then post this. Again, that's all you get. It's just like, boom, that's it. We'll let you know some more information once the family members are notified. So this is Operation Epic Fury, the first 48 hours. Hopefully you guys can see this okay. U.S. Central Command commenced Operation Epic Fury at the direction of the President of the United States. Central Command forces are striking targets to dismantle the Iranian regime security apparatus, prioritizing locations that pose an imminent threat. Target location, it's just Iran. They just have the whole country of Iran as target location. These are all of the U.S. assets employed. Literally everything. A-10 attack jets, fighter jets, stealth fighters, Patriots, cargo aircraft, Reapers, reconnaissance air, like everything. Somebody asked, is this for real? Yes, it is. It is unfortunately for real. If it's coming from Central Command, yeah, this is 100% real. We also have updates from Marco Rubio. I'll get to that in a second. Types of targets: command and control centers, joint headquarters, aerospace forces headquarters, integrated air defense systems, ballistic missile sites, Iranian Navy ships, Navy submarines, anti-ship missile sites, military communication capabilities. So everything. I mean, the ultimate dismantling of an entire military is what's happening right now in Iran, according to Central Command. And let's go ahead and get to Mr. Marco Rubio. Again, for those of you joining, we don't have that much information as far as who was killed in action, other than it was the initial retaliation from Iran.
They are producing, by some estimates, over 100 of these missiles a month. Compare that to the 6 or 7 interceptors that can be built a month. They can build 100 of these a month, not to mention the thousands of one-way attack drones that they also have. They've been doing this for a very long time, and by the way, they've been doing it under sanction. You see the attacks they're conducting right now? They're attacking airports, They're attacking hotels. They're hitting not just military bases, they're attacking our embassies directly. They're attacking facilities that have nothing to do with war or with military. And that's a weakened Iran. That's in Iran despite years of sanction. Imagine a year from now or a year and a half from now the capabilities they would have to inflict damage on us. It's an unacceptable risk, especially in the hands of a regime that's run by radical clerics. The Ayatollah was a radical cleric. That entire regime is led by radical clerics who don't make geopolitical decisions. They make decisions on the basis of theology, their view of theology, which is an apocalyptic one. That has to be taken very seriously as well. So that was the purpose for what this operation is all about. That's what it's focused on. As the president said earlier today, it is...
Yeah, and again, right now, the big back and forth, and I mean, there are countless interviews we can go through, is are we calling this a war? Are we not calling it a war? Many people will agree that... Sorry, I'm getting breaking news. Tehran right now, I mean, the strikes are epic. The capital of Iran currently is being targeted. I mean, you guys know the divide. Some people love it. Some people hate it. We can do a poll right now. You guys can type 1 in the chat if you're in support of what's happening. You can type 2 if you're not, and 3 if you're on the fence. I am curious how you guys feel. But I think the majority of people so far are supporting this for the most part.
On or ahead of schedule. I will defer to the Department of War to discuss the progress being made at a tactical level, but it was the right decision and an important decision for the safety and security of the world.
Does Congress have to weigh in? Does Congress have to weigh in? Is the president declaring war, and does Congress have to weigh in? And was there an imminent threat? Did you tell lawmakers that there was an imminent threat?
There absolutely was an imminent threat, and the imminent threat was that we knew that if Iran was attacked, and we believed they would be attacked, that they would immediately come after us. And we were not going to sit there and absorb a blow before we responded, because the Department of War assessed that if we did that, if we waited for them to hit us first after they were attacked, and by someone else, Israel attacked them, they hit us first, and we waited for them to hit us, we would suffer more casualties and more deaths. We went proactively in a defensive way to prevent them from inflicting higher damage. Had we not done so, there would have been hearings on Capitol Hill about how we knew that this was going to happen, and we didn't act preemptively to prevent more casualties and more loss of life.
And by the way, this is super, super recent from Marco Rubio. Let me know how you guys feel about that. Again, Marco Rubio saying, our biggest fear was, it's not that we necessarily wanted to do this or had to do this. It's more so we were afraid that if somebody else attacks Iran, we would be the recipients of the retaliation just because we are allies with certain people. We saw that.
The purpose of this is to destroy that missile capability. Why does Iran want that ballistic missile capability? What they are trying to do and have been trying to do for a very long time is build a conventional weapons capability as a shield where they can hide behind. Meaning, there would come a point where they have so many conventional missiles, so many drones, and it can inflict so much damage that no one can do anything about their nuclear program. That is what they were trying to do, is put themselves in a place of immunity where the damage they could inflict on the region would be so high that no one can do anything about their nuclear program or their...
Yeah. Again, let me get you guys all these highlights, very recent from Marco Rubio. Let me know what you guys think about Mr. Marco Rubio. And today, this morning, there was a press conference from Pete Hegseth going over all of this as well. Yes, somebody did mention Kuwait accidentally did shoot down 3 F-15s. Correct. And it is being reported they are all good to go as far as everyone is alive there.
We would love to see this regime be replaced. And ultimately, as the president has said, he calls... No, but let me finish my answer. As the president said, he would love for the people of Iran to use this as an opportunity to rise up and remove these leaders. They've been wanting to remove them from a long time. We've seen successive waves of protests, and we've seen them slaughter people. Okay? But the objective of this mission is to make sure they don't have these weapons that can threaten us and our allies in the region. That's why we're doing what we're doing now. And while we would love to see a new regime, the bottom line is no matter who governs that country a year from now, they're not going to have these ballistic missiles and they're not going to have these drones to threaten us. That's the objective of this mission, is to deny them the ability to use ballistic missiles to threaten their neighbors, to threaten our bases, to threaten our presence in the region, and ultimately as a shield behind which they can do whatever they want with their nuclear weapons ambition. We were not going to let them hide behind that, and that's why this was such a critical mission to undertake now while they were at their weakest point, and not a year from now where they could inflict even more damage and perhaps already be behind that point of immunity.
Okay, so again, reiterating talking points. As far as this was all preemptive to not wait a whole year, because according to a timeline Marco Rubio is claiming, or whoever was in charge of intelligence, 1 year seemed to be a timeline that keeps getting repeated, that in 1 year it would have gone too far as missile capabilities or the capabilities of Iran in general. Now, the reason why I keep looking down at my phone is because it's being reported that the capital of Iran right now is like undergoing a shock and awe. I mean, it is constant. When the United States is sleeping, we are seeing constant news coming out of Iran. And we are still waiting as far as what this whole timeline is going to be. We don't know. Pete Hegseth did not say how long this timeline is going to be. He just kept saying that's going to be up to the president. Let me pull this up for you guys. Give me 1 second. I got something for you. And by the way, I was about to post a different video today, but I figured every time if we get news like this, unfortunate news, I will just report on it for you guys. But I have another massive story I wanted to post today. Let me pull this up for you. Give me 1 second. Here we go.
We're seeing now some new images coming in of current destruction from the joint U.S. and Israeli strikes across Iran. We're also getting in some new satellite images. I mean, you take a look at what you're seeing here. This is dark plumes of smoke rising from multiple burning Iranian ships at a military harbor. President Trump has spoken about this. He said today that one of the U.S. goals in these operations, such that have been vaguely defined, is to annihilate Iran's Navy. He talked yesterday about 9 ships in their Navy, saying that the job is essentially done and that they were at the bottom of the sea. But today, while sticking with the goal, seemingly indicating that it is not complete. Joining me now is the retired Army. We're seeing now.
Okay, so yeah, just trying to show you guys, again, more of these naval strikes. But that is pretty much the news we have. Again, I'm not trying to drag this on. This is all the news we have right now, as far as we are now up to 6 service members have unfortunately been KIA, but we don't have any other details, and I don't expect we're going to get any details. This administration has made it clear in the middle of active engagements and conflict, we don't give away certain details as far as which could potentially mess up or make vulnerable defenses for U.S. soldiers and their families and the operation. So, all right. That is what we have so far. I hope you guys somewhat enjoyed the video. This was not intended to be a very long live stream, more so just a posted live stream so you guys can get this update. Make sure you guys are please liking this live stream. Subscribe if you're new here so the other viewers can see what's going on. Very, very unfortunate news. And if we get more updates like this, turn on your notifications. I will be going live. And I do have another video coming out today as well. So stay tuned for that. Thank you guys again for everything. God bless all of you, and please pray for peace. Very unfortunate stuff, but we will do our best to get through it. It looks like we're in here for the long haul. All right, we'll see you guys all later. God bless you, and we'll see you all later. Sorry, repeating myself. God bless.